All right, Man United 2, Galatasaray 3. We're here again, Minna. Talk to me. How's this happened?
First and foremost, like I said, big up Rasmus Højlund.
Yeah.
3 goals in the entire Champions League so far. In games that we've never really dominated possession or been effective with it. I think today there were definitely a few positives to take away, but I'm sorry, it's unacceptable for continuous individual errors to keep costing us games. I said it at halftime on the stream when it was 1-1. I said if we lose this game, it's not going to be because Galatasaray deserved it. It's going to be because individual errors are going to gift them goals, and it's exactly what happened. And obviously we could sit here pointing out all of this, but losing 6 games out of 10 so far this season, 5 in 8. We've lost how many in a row at Old Trafford? We've lost 2 games in the Champions League, sitting rock bottom of the table right now. It's not, it's ridiculous.
2.
And goal difference is a big problem as well, because evidently we can create something and we might be able to score 1 or 2. But what is our issue when we score and we cannot keep a lead? Please, research analysts, tell me, do some research. Why can't we keep leads? It's actually becoming really, really frustrating. And, you know, we could talk about all the positive stuffs in the game.
There's no positives.
But for me...
There's no positives. You can't. That looks horrible.
For me, I'm walking away with the Højlund thing. I'm happy with Højlund, and I felt bad for him. He was definitely trying to carry us on our back in terms of scoring. But start with the goals that we conceded. Defensively, nobody's talking to each other. First goal, ball over the top. Varane should deal with it. He doesn't. Dalot's getting manhandled by Zaha. Takes a disgusting bounce over the keeper. His starting position, unusual, but it is what it is. Second goal, we concede. Amrabat gets done on the right-hand side. Not an authentic left-back, so I understand. But also, Ten Hag continuously wants to play people out of position because he's adamant that they can play there. Yes. And we have no left-backs. Injuries is another thing that is a cause of this situation. But that second goal we concede, I think it's Varane that steps out to help Amrabat, gets done with a nutmeg, ball across, bam, into the corner. Keeper doing the splits, trying to stop it, doesn't do well enough. Then we can give away a penalty from something that we shouldn't. Casemiro basically took one for the team because Onana kind of shot us in the foot there, and he shouldn't have. So again, I'm going to question Onana for that, because that's a poor pass that led to that penalty. And also Casemiro just wiped him out. And I'm not going to lie, the initial yellow card that he did get was questionable. But even if he didn't have that yellow card, do you think it would have been a straight red for that? Because he wiped the guy out clean. Went on to miss the penalty. But then the fourth one, ball over the top. I think it was Icardi chasing the ball down. Keeper just static in his position where he's out of he's on the 6-yard box line, so he's off his line, gets chipped. It's just individual errors that are costing us. Defensively, I think today we were questionable, like we have been in every game, and it's one of them ones where we're gonna have to weather the storm. But man, this needs to get better. These individual errors, the personnel.
You actually said at halftime that if we lose this, game, it's gonna be from individual errors.
And I think, you know what? You know, that's the most frustrating thing about losing games, yeah? Is the fact that we lose it because of our own foolishness and our own stupidity. Do you know how annoying that is? Where this is a question, please put it in the comments if you lot agree. But if we were to lose a game today, 3-2, but we went toe-to-toe with the opposition, and I'm not going to lie, we shouldn't be going toe-to-toe with Galatasaray because we're Manchester United. I'm sorry, we're Manchester United. We should be going into games so confident, but we're at a point now where we're going into games depleted. We are absolutely depleted. All our hopes are on a kid like Hannibal Mejbri getting hooked at half-time. Eriksen comes on, and I'm not going to lie, what he offers going forward is good, but is that good enough to kind of give up what we basically lose on the defensive end? He ain't got the legs to chase man down. He ain't got the legs in
pointless. It's another pointless player.
But for it going forward, you saw in the first 10 minutes of the second half how he kind of changed the game for us. And I'm not going to lie, I was disappointed to see Hannibal come off, but we're in a position now where all our hopes are literally lying on kids or people bringing tenacity, people bringing energy, because you're not getting that from these senior players. And I can't lie, it's very difficult to watch. It's very difficult.
We're horrid.
You know what? In some instances, I feel bad for Ten Hag because I feel like, and again, please guys, don't rip me up because I know some people are Ten Hag out, but I'm going to be very patient because, not very patient, but I'm going to be as patient as I possibly can because, you know, it's so far that we've been in that cycle of, you know, second season slump, third season sack the manager. At what point do we say, listen, we need to weather the storm, we need to ride it out? But one thing I will say is that his reluctance sometimes to play players out of position because he thinks it can work might shoot himself in the foot. But then again, I'm always like, oh, injuries. Like someone pointed it out, we had more midfielders on the pitch at one point than defenders. That's mad. Galatasaray should not be coming here to Old Trafford, the fortress that we allegedly built last season, and beating us. Now we're losing multiple games in a row. These were the games that we were meant to be winning. It needs to get better, and it needs to get better ASAP.
That's it.
That's it.
There's
That's
nothing
it.
to say.
Nothing else.
Thank you so much, man. Big up.